And let's do this thing. Thanks, Ninebot. Hello. Welcome to episode 6.1, the beginning of the end. And then next time we'll have the end of the end, I guess.
So this is the penultimate end.
Yeah, sure. Point one. Penultimate end.
Too big.
Point one. Well, I don't know, because I can't be like, oh, for sure this is it.
Yeah. Okay, penultimate end.
Penultimate end.
Pre-penultimate.
So instead of reviewing what happened last time first, we're going to look at what happened with the pirate house, and then we will review. So while everyone else was met up for the plan to go underneath, the pirate parrots decided to do their own investigation, and they split up, from what I understand. Let me pull up exactly what I told you so that I can refresh and review. We're going to meet right here, I think, but beforehand... Oh, I'm not streaming to Discord. I apologize.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was about to ask.
I'm on it. Let me brighten it back up for the day. Whoops. So what happened while they were underneath, or while they were engaging in the plan, was Sir Peas did investigations into the pigeon entities, the bird people.
Mm-hmm.
So, just to recap what you found during that investigation, they don't really leave this area. They occasionally drop down and like steal things from people or like get whatever they need, right? But they don't super interact with the other houses. On the evening of the plan that the pirates did not attend, Sir Peas, from his vantage point, which was probably, I don't know, maybe somewhere down the rooftop. It's definitely not as smooth as this, so you could probably find, places to hide, or maybe you're hanging up over here because you've been to the Cogger's ship before or something like that. But you have a vantage of their roost, their nest, right? You would have seen an elf come from that direction this way. That elf has several goblins with them. They come up to this area. Some messages relayed to the bird people, and they split, right? Some of the bird people stay, some of the bird people drop down. They collect a couple rock dudes, and then they go over that way. Oh, you can't see it from here. They go over this way to the back of the king's house, or the house where the house that the king resides within. Okay. The king's house, we'll say. And then they are joined by the king's son, Iatudi, and they all go down into a hole while you watch. So they go down, and then while that occurs, Sir Peas goes back to watching the rest of the bird people. And at the same time, because you're split, we have Loro. And you don't have to do it, but what we discussed is that Loro might seek out the House of Stars.
Sure.
because I think it makes sense to me because Loro, isn't that good at gaining information, but clearly it's important to y'all. So if you're looking for information, this is a great place to go.
Yeah, it's more like Loro is, very, very stereotypically a pirate, and that means that, the whole mysticism and...
Oh, yeah.
House of Stars, terrible decision.
So, seeking the fortune, his fortune, would be something that he would do in times of great need.
Okay.
He believes all this esoteric stuff, so...
He believes it all. Okay, that's perfect to know beforehand. Okay.
He's very superstitious.
So as Loro comes up to this, it's a classic tent. I couldn't really display it as well as I wanted, but it's a classic odd-shaped, big open, or not open. It's a big tent area, kind of like a circus tent, but it's not round or it's not square. It's like really weirdly shaped, like a bunch of cloth all draped over a bunch of poles. Okay. And it's got a bunch of random mystical looking stuff on the outside towards the arena side, and the inside is mostly covered, with all the cloth, but there is like an opening at the front with like the classic like hanging gems and bells and maybe a wind chime chimes, and yeah, but none of it makes any noise because there isn't any wind, obviously.
Okay. As has been established.
Yes.
All right, so Loro enters, and does he see the person on the other side of this huge table? Is the table not as huge as it seems? What's happening here?
Yeah, so I put the table down and I was like, oh man, it's really big. And then I was like, are all these tables that big? And I was like, oh snap, they're all huge. What the heck? So Loro comes in through the front, pushes the beads and all that stuff to the side, and because you're announcing yourself sort of by moving stuff and making noise, you hear, hold on because I had a voice and then I gotta make sure I could do it. Okay, hold on.
Okay.
Come in, I've been expecting you. And you can't see anything, by the way.
I can't see?
It's like super dark and shadowy, and there's like a little haze in the air and stuff. And
whoa, okay.
Yeah, so you're walking basically blind into an open room just filled with junk, and you don't see anyone right off the bat.
Okay, well, the pirate is gonna put his hands forward and kind of move it around, try to find anything, a wall or something. In the meanwhile, every step he takes is more like he doesn't take his feet off the ground too much.
Oh yeah.
It's more like what's the word I'm looking for? Shimmying forward, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Slowly, the bird is looking around. It's very, very scared. It looks scared.
Yeah.
Loro goes, where be ye? I hear the sound of your voice, but where be ye?
As you make it further into this space, it becomes more clear that there's this table and a bunch of random small light sources everywhere, and the table is more lit than anything else, so you're headed towards that, and one of the bumps on the other side of the table is actually an old or small, I guess, person, and they say, well, they've already said, I've been expecting you, right? So when they look forward at you and you can see their face, they say, oh, an ill omen. And it looks like no matter what they said, this person was not expecting you.
Hey, where be the ill omen? He's gonna look all over the place. The bird as well. The bird is like flapping its wings, not flying, but flapping. It's completely scared. Hey, where be you? Do you see a pigeon? Where?
Settle down. I'm at the table. Come along. Have a seat. Come along.
So do I see better now?
Yeah. So you'll be able to see once you get to the table. At the table, there's a very small, diminutive person sitting in a chair on the other side. And there's like just junk all over the table, everywhere around them, within their reach, so that it seems like they don't really move. They just stay there, right? Yeah, you can really only see the table and like sort of shadows around you of maybe some pots far in the distance or bookshelves, but they're only lit a little bit. The table is really the only thing.
Huge.
It seems, just standing there, it seems way huger than even the tent outside could allow.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
What do you see about my future? You were expecting me.
Yes! Of course. Again, it doesn't seem like they were expecting you. And even though you believe, I think you would pick up on the fact that they probably say that to everyone because it's like the classic like fortune teller, like, oh, I've been expecting you, but it, whatever. Also, there are no chairs. So they told you to sit down, but there are no chairs.
Okay.
Your future, eh?
I need to know how to get out of this place. This is getting on me nerves. I'm getting scared.
You came in through the only entrance.
Wait, was I supposed to enter another? Did I get in from? Is this a metaphor?
One of those clients I see. Come along. Let me look at your palm.
The bird is gonna move, like he's gonna lean forward, and the bird is gonna extend one of its wings.
Okay, so full on, you're just saying I'm the bird and giving your wing.
Yeah, for sure. He's not thinking. He's not trying to hide anything. He just needs the truth.
As you lean over the table, I will take a brilliance roll.
Okay. Here we go. Favorite attribute.
Yeah, for logo.
0.
A 0.
I rolled a natural 1 and I got a -1 modifier.
Okay. Okay, so you're leaning over the table at this old person in a fortune teller's room with a 0. Okay, everything on the table looks normal, I guess.
Okay.
That like you've been into a bunch of places like this, right? You're expecting to see like talismans and languages you don't speak and all sorts of junk, and all you're seeing on the table is like a cabbage instead of a crystal ball, and like drinks and there's like a knife and like a special lamp, but the lamp is clearly just like full of tea, like just random stuff like that, but it's all completely normal, right? And
Right.
as you lean that wing over, this person takes just the very tip of the feather, almost as if they don't want to touch you, and they look at the feather with one eye, and one eye doesn't look at it, and they say, I see.
Wait, did I get
Yes.
into the right house? You be from the House of Stars, the fortune tellers and such. I don't think I got in the right place.
with the power and pressure of an old person, they clasp that feather like firmly, like almost if it was a cheek, it would be incredibly painful, but it's a feather, so they're not gonna let go, and they say, of course, what, are you afraid of old ladies?
No, I was expecting not to have a cabbage as a crystal bowl. It's a bit.
It's crystal cabbage. Now then. Yes.
You never heard of a crystal cabbage woman? What be the sorcery?
It's a unique blend, I guess. Sort of an iceberg meets purple.
May I see the cabbage?
He's gonna he's gonna try and grab the cabbage with his hands.
With the pirate's hands?
The pirate's hands, yeah.
Yeah, you could do that. This person doesn't probably react. They're holding the feather with both fingers, well, both hands now. So yeah, you can grab that cabbage.
All right, well, I grab the cabbage, and I first try to smell it. I smell with the pirate, and then I smell with the pear. Just put it closer to the beak and the nose.
Okay.
Yeah, basically investigate the cabbage.
Do you want to like fully investigate it or just surface area kind of look? Because you already rolled brilliance, so.
I mean, I guess I could. At first, I just surfaced, but I was gonna try
at the beginning. Yeah, it's definitely a cabbage. It's nice. It's cool. It feels crisp. It feels sort of like fresh. It's. I don't know how many cabbages you would have met in your pirating lifetime, but it seems like the most cabbagey cabbage you've seen before.
Okay, well, I'm gonna take a bite with the pirate's body.
Okay, just to be clear, there's an old lady in front of you and you're eating food from them. I just want to do a little callback real quick and make sure that's what you want to do, but it sounds like that's true, so
that is precisely what I want to do. Yeah.
You bite this cabbage and it tastes like cabbage. There's also a bite mark in it now. Hold on! Don't ruin the cabbage. That's for my dinner later.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I see. This isn't a good crystal cabbage. It's just a cabbage. You fooled me.
No, it's a cabbage. I said it was a cabbage.
No, he said it was a crystal cabbage, and this is just cabbage.
It might be named after the fields or growers where it comes from, but I'm not a farmer.
Right. Well, then why are you doing the fortune telling in your dinner table? Shouldn't you have a more appropriate place for it?
You know what they say. Do what you love and you'll never have to work.
Well, if you say so, I'm not a fortune teller myself.
I can tell. And they look back at the feather and say, Is this what you expected from your sigil experience?
Well, not quite. I was expecting some more plundering and perhaps information to places to plunder and such. So far, I'm just being stuck, and not the most pleasant experience.
I see. I have a deal for you then.
A deal? What do you mean a deal? What deal?
A dark wind blows. Troops amass. The horizon glows with fire. But there is treasure everywhere you haven't looked.
What? Is that one of your tricks, or is this actually true? Because there's been a few places I haven't looked. There be treasure, then I gotta go right now. I have to go.
You asked for the future. I will show it to you, but you will agree. You will agree that the pirates will sail under the guidance of the stars.
I don't know what you mean. We already use sextants and such. We already use the stars for navigation. It's not something that's new for us.
Make a deal with us. The house. Oh, jeez. I'm going to Pierre. Hold on. Okay. Make a deal with us. The House of Stars. Allow us to guide you to the treasure you seek. And I will give you the future now.
Wait, let me get this straight. So there's gonna be a treasure, and you're gonna show it to us, and the treasure is gonna be ours. And what is it you get from it?
We are not sailors. We cannot influence as much as we should. But the waters are rising and must be turned asunder.
Waters be rising and must be turned asunder. Is that part of my feature?
It's a part of all of our futures.
Well, it seems like a bright feature since, I deal with water. More water means more trade. And by trade, I mean plunder. Yeah.
We can guide you through storms, to plunder, to a destiny far beyond just mere scavengers.
Mere scavengers, woman? What are you insulting us? You ain't mere scavengers, we're the fearless pirates of the sea. We're pirates.
They pull your wing closer to them and stare at you with the one eye that looks, the other eye still not looking anywhere near you. It doesn't move at all, in fact. And they look at the face of the pirate mostly, but it could encompass the parrot as well. And they say, who waits for your return? Who will remember you when you're gone? Your time is shorter than most. Would you not prefer to have it as bountiful and treasure-filled as possible?
You're damn straight. That is something that we'll accomplish. I will find the biggest treasure.
allow us to guide your ships safely and accurately, and I will guide you to treasure.
All right, if you got some sort of treasure sensibility with your shiggamadigs and your dingamabobs, and hey, I accept. It's a good deal. We accept.
Excellent. Let
Now, why
the
you be
deal.
laughing this whole time?
I enjoy good company.
You shouldn't.
So the fortune teller, I guess, will say, "Let the deal be struck." And since you're right in their face, they say, "I see you." And when they say you, like all of reality starts to bend, and their finger touches the face of the parrot, like in between the parrot eyes, and they push through the parrot's body, and the parrot's like spirit comes out. No human spirit, just the spirit of the parrot, like falls backwards. And all of this has to happen in 3 seconds because that's how it works. But as the parrot spirit descends through the air, sort of weightless and falling, but nothing really exists, it begins to see a whole bunch of stuff all at once. Okay. It's going to see the monolith that's outside right now, just a little bit of it sticking up, and it's going to see, like in the way that you would see heat, if you could see heat, it would see like what you recognize as magic oozing, like in a huge crazy flow coming out of the monolith where the sword is stabbed in. It would also, like, at the same time, you would see the king sitting on the other side staring at the monolith, and you would feel the sense that he hasn't slept the entire time. So it's now been 7 days that he sat there staring at the monolith, literally casting the spell that is keeping you inside. His focus has only been on that. You would also see at the same time a tattooed person, fully covered in tattoos but naked, strapped down to a bed as people cut off the tattoos off of his body. And the tattoos are the same sort of markings, runes, whatever, that are on the monolith. And because you have been given the information, they are the same tattoos that were on the hands of the dude who met Gerald. You would also, well, I guess the other people are going to learn this as well, but you would come to recognize that the magic flowing out and the spell that's being cast and all that stuff also led to the chaotic magic that's been occurring. You know, there have been rumors that spells are going weird and stuff like that. And just to tell you how it works right now, because I think you would understand, I've been using the date. So whenever we meet, whatever the date is, if you roll that number, your spell goes chaotic in a way that you can't predict.
Oh, the date?
The actual date. So today would be 23. Last week was 16. The one before that was 9, and the one before that was
Hard
2.
to roll it for 23, but okay.
It is difficult to roll a 23. That's why nothing happened on the first time we met. But each one since, someone has done something with it, right? So you would come to understand that, and then also you would see, I guess, a scene where Loro is standing in like a bunch of sand, and some of your party members are standing around. There's a knife on the ground, and the king's son and Bisk are both there. The person you made the deal with for retribution or whatever to find the murder weapon, and you see Loro stab the knife, like raise it up like almost ceremoniously, and stab the knife into his chest, in between like the fleshy part between the armpit and the pec area, so that it's near his heart but it's not hurting anything. You just see
he's stabbing the pirate or the bird?
The pirate, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, not the bird. The bird would be the entire knife. It would just be like gone. So you see that act where he stabs himself, and then you see like a ship that it's your ship that you actually sail, not the fake one that you brought here. You see that one, and this old person on the ship as well, like pointing forward, and that point is towards a sea that seems to have gold like all over underneath it, like just under the water. So it's kind of rippling and the gold is underneath, and there's more stars than even exist over you as you sail on this like golden sea with this person in front of you. And then all of that slams into you all at the same time, and then you're standing in, well, you're technically on the shoulder again, but Loro is here back in the tent after the 3 seconds and getting all this information, and you hear and there's like this intense heat that comes from outside as a big blast of fire goes off inside the arena, and the fortune teller lets go of the feather and your forehead and says, well, at least it'll be bright for a moment.
What'd you do? What'd you cast? What happened?
I showed you, well, some future, some past, some present, but maybe it will all come to be.
Wait. Some future? Wait, what do you mean there's just one future and it's gonna happen? Wait.
We can't see everything. Just what we can see.
Wait. Does that mean that I'm gonna have the biggest treasure? I saw it. I saw the entire sea was a treasure.
As you say, the entire sea was the treasure. The arena explodes, is the only way to say it. Like, you're in this tent, but there's a kaboom, and like the flaps and the tent and everything are all sort of like blown all crazy. There's no like real walls in here, so like junk is just sent everywhere. Kaboom! Sand is everywhere. It all came from the arena, and there's well, I don't know. Are you gonna leave to go look and see?
Wait, so the explosion sent a shockwave blast that just it didn't get rid of the tent?
It blows sort of through the tent. The tent poles all really stay, but a bunch of the books sort of move. A lot of the explosive force went up, not out, but it did send air through the tent also. Yeah.
No. Okay, finally the wind chimes are probably working.
Oh yeah.
What happened to the cabbage, the crystal cabbage?
It's all rolling. Well, you were holding it, so you tell me. Yeah. Actually, roll to see if you keep it.
All right, I guess I'm gonna roll grit.
Okay, yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, I guess. I rolled an 8.
Yeah, so you hold on to like the outer flaps, but most of it bounces out of your hands, and the fortune teller's just laughing. The darkness is here.
Okay.
And
okay.
you definitely can't see anything in here. Yeah, you can't see anything. As you step out, you just hear the wind. And as you step out, there's a plume of sand and dirt hundreds and hundreds of feet in the air, sort of centered around where the arena was. It's a very big arena from here, but you're right next to it. So this whole space on the inside of the arena, including the space where the king is, it's all gone. Well, all you could see is sand, but it's hundreds of feet in the air. There's sand everywhere. It's this huge explosion that you step out into, and then I would assume run towards.
Wait, so the explosion made it so there's more sand than were before. So it's like a giant dune now.
No, it's the opposite. The sand is in the air. So
it's floating.
Yeah, it's like a crevice. There's a big bowl in the arena now, like a huge cutout spot. And all the sand is in the air. Yeah, exactly. Kaboom! It blew up. And like I said, I would assume you run towards it, mostly because you don't know where Serpes is, A, and B, the people that you had been hanging out with all agreed to go down there underneath the bottom of the monolith tonight. So you think they're probably down there without having to roll or anything, because that's what we all agreed on, or you all agreed on. I had no part in it.
That's the obvious conclusion, right?
And from there, we will go to the event, the catastrophe, the unknown to Loro, but what is known to the other members of the party. To recap, what happened was they were not ambushed because they sort of set themselves up, but they were joined underneath next to the monolith by several people led by Iatudi, the king's son, who took Rue hostage or captive or whatever, and went to the monolith and began to summon in more troops into the dome, more entities, all sorts of entities. The people who were down there were, like I said previously, the ones that Serpes watched go down there. Several of the pigeon people, some goblins, an elf, at least one, several other people that Serpes was not able to identify, like a big troll and I think like a half orc or something. I would have to go back and check exactly who was down there. They're all for sure gone, but while they were down there, Iatudi began to summon in more and more and more people, just like every once in a while, just summoning them in. They decided to try and stop him because the troops were just amassing in this hole that they were all sort of hidden in. They attempted to send him a telepathic message that was ill-received. As soon as the telepathy went off, it was commanded that Rue be killed, and once that started, everyone else jumped into action to try and stop that. And then a bunch of fire was cast towards Ricky, who had jumped onto Iatudi. Iatudi touches the monolith, casts a fireball that blows up into the sky. A bunch of fire heats up the space, and then the Grand Marshal attempted to use the power of the monolith to cast a spell into Iatudi, who was on the ground and still touching the monolith. Just to let you know, because you now know how it works, Grand Marshal rolls a 16 in order to cast the spell, the date last week, in order to save in order to save himself, the grit roll that was rolled was also a 16, both touching the monolith. They attempt to cancel out each other's spells, and they explode the arena instead, wiping everyone out. And then
that's pretty epic.
the 4 people find themselves standing in mist. It's a mist they can't feel, a fog that they obviously see but can't see because it has no form. They're standing in a sort of wide open space in this mist that has a mosaic on the ground that is sort of black and white, swirly kind of stripe things or whatever. And when they sort of are conscious there, they see a figure walking forward out of the mist who says hello. And I think he said something like, you're finally here, or welcome to here, or something like that. But he strides forward. He strides forward out of the mist. As he walks, the mosaic changes, so he only ever steps on black tiles. And that is where we find our other members currently. Do you want to roll to see who goes first?
Oh, that was a lot.
Yeah. A lot of stuff happened last time.
I am pissed that I missed it. That I couldn't go.
Sorry, homie.
You probably would have just ended up dying.
Yeah.
There wasn't that much space to hide in this place we got caught.
You know, I have a last resource for this kind of stuff, but I guess I'm not gonna be able to use it.
Oh, dang. Maybe in the finale.
Maybe.
Yeah, do y'all want to roll like a d6 or something? Or you could just choose who goes first. I don't care.
What are we doing?
Just
right.
d6 to see who goes first. Fair and Shrimps.
I rolled a 4.
Oh,
Gob, you're not there.
That's fine, but I rolled the 4.
Okay, I'll remember.
I rolled a 5.
I rule the 4.
Okay.
That's not a decision made.
Tiebreaker, Shrimps. I rolled a 4 again.
What? I rolled a 3.
Hey, all right, Gob. Yeah, I'm still gonna skip you though. I'm kind of done with you if you want to leave. No offense, but I don't.
Okay, well, I'm gonna grab some water at the very least.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you could hang. It's good. So this figure steps forward. Oh shoot, I forgot to grab one of them. He says all of your names, or sorry. Let's see exactly how this works. So he steps forward, he says hello. Maybe he says, I've been expecting you. Yes. And he seems to sort of wait, maybe a couple arms lengths away from you, just to see what you'll do.
Am I dead?
I do think you would. Are you asking me, or are you saying it out loud?
I'd probably be saying that out loud.
Okay, so as soon as you start to speak, as soon as you start to speak, this entity says all your names at the same time, and you hear them all at the same time. He says Bistek, he says Richard Lafleur, he says Bisque, he says Rue, and I'll have to find out what the Grand Marshal's name is, because I don't know what it is. but he says them all.
Grand Marshal.
That's not his name. But
You
actually,
sure?
you know what? He probably would say Grand Marshal because the Grand Marshal is unique. That's a good point. So you hear all of these names at the same time, and he walks forward, and all of your companions aren't moving because these are all happening at the same time within this space, you know, 1-to-1. So he steps up. You hear your name, Bistek, stronger than the others, even though you heard all of the others, and your sentence finishes with just you and him moving. And he says, yes, you are dead.
Oh.
Is this not what you expected?
I hadn't given it too much thought. So much left to do.
What do you spend your time thinking about? That grand organization of yours, or something more personal?
I mean, my life's work has been advancing my own work, all my research.
Research that is met with laughs, the same joke over and over. Is this what you expected?
What?
Music?
Yes.
Have you not
It's a fine
heard?
institution.
Have you not heard? Okay, play us a song. More times than you can count.
Well, yes, but it's irrelevant. It's irrelevant. I was doing my thing. It's just people being silly.
It's your life's work and a grand organization, and yet you also think it's silly.
No, I think people are silly. I said people are silly.
They are. Would you like the opportunity to change their minds?
I thought I'm dead, am I not?
You are. And he shakes his head.
Yes, I suppose I would have liked the opportunity.
I can give you that opportunity. This is a place of deals, after all. The sigil is designed for just this sort of situation.
We're still in this doesn't look like the sigil. Who are you?
Yes, another laugh. I'm glad you have that characteristic even at your end. I am known by many names. Which would you like? I laugh. He doesn't laugh.
Got you. Something you're comfortable with.
Children, I guess, call me Sheolgoth.
Would that ring any bells or any kind of...
Yeah, definitely. That's the... If you remember your last house and character,
Yeah.
One of the notes that went across that desk is about a children's story come to life called Sheolgoth, which is the thing, just like the parrots, the thing that comes to steal people away who wander through the woods, the darkness that hides at the edge of unlit paths, keeping you on the path, keeping you on the straight and narrow. It's sort of a horror story, kind of like maybe Baba Yaga, but not really that pronounced. It's just something that goes bump in the night, really.
That's a worrying name to be comfortable with.
Well, not my only name. You can call me the End if you'd like. This time he does laugh.
Huh. And I take it then that my soul is toy for you, I'm guessing, at this point.
No,
Something that you can bargain with.
of course
What
not.
is this?
Your soul is your own. I don't have it. And I would not
Right.
ask it of you.
Because the Grand Marshal has it, but
Curse the Grand Marshal.
damn him. Yeah. Okay, so what deal can you give a dead person?
I will return you to the land of the living, as they call it, in exchange for the prestige of music, honestly.
What do you mean? How would you bring prestige to music?
I do know that you're constantly attempting to bring your organization into the cutting edge of magic and education, promote yourself and your organization to as many people as possible, and you're constantly attempting to make those deals that you can, and I would ask you to make that deal again with someone who can enforce it.
And who is that?
Iatudi, the king's son.
Right. And how do you... So, this seems very odd. You wish to give me my life, give me success in my house, success, and I would only have to just pledge my loyalty to the only heir remaining of the throne?
In this scenario and in this world, just to make sure you're clear, technically the king's son doesn't have to be the next
Right.
king. It would be anyone who can prove that they are capable of running the entire empire. So most people just accept that the king and their progeny are the most trained because they literally train nonstop, but it doesn't necessarily have to be him. But yes, that is what I would ask of you. Quite a fair deal, if I do say so myself.
How would this bring privilege to the house?
By aligning yourself with the future king directly, you would gain all sorts of prestige, monetary gain, the ability to add substance to the claims that you are here for the empire itself.
And how do you benefit? That's what I understand.
Yes, it's difficult to put into words, but it's something that may benefit me, or it may not. That is yet to be seen. I'm no fortune teller. It's just something I think would help me in the long run. And of course, help you. Do you not trust me?
No, of course I don't.
Okay.
I struggle to understand your motives.
He gestures to like the mist around you and stuff. Motives here are so unclear anyway. The only ones that truly matter are yours.
feel like selling my soul to the devil. So, don't know if the devil. I know there are demons in this world, but
he doesn't laugh. But he would say there is no real selling, no true transaction. It's just the path I would like for you to take upon your return. I'm not taking anything from you.
oh god, out of character. That's difficult because
Right.
it does feel worrying. I don't know what plans it would have.
Yeah. You can take
I
your
don't
time.
know.
I have plenty
Yeah.
of it. You, though, maybe less.
I don't believe I can take this deal and put my house that is built on humanity, dismantling the mystic, bringing it into the life science. Can't entrust that house to a creature like yourself, someone who hides behind fairy tales of the evil, hides in the woods.
A house built on truth and education. What truth would you like? What education can I provide you that might show my willingness to work with you?
You don't understand. It's not about you. Everything we've built up is not about the mystic. It's about unveiling it.
Of course.
About humanity's authority over these things, not yours.
Could you not do that much more efficiently with the backing of the kingdom, of the empire itself? Would you not have made this deal without me anyway, if it came up?
Potentially, but that would be for the living to decide.
You could be living again.
The issue is, out of character, is my character's. I made Bistak quite old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think he would offer you youth.
No, I mean, I don't think.
Yeah.
He would see the reason to go back that well, like the risk.
I would be willing
Being
to
dead, right?
unveil the mysteries that plague you and have plagued your organization for some time if you so choose. In exchange, I could give more of myself if it's required. Or you're welcome to make a counteroffer.
Don't understand why you would benefit from this.
It's just something that I think may lead to a more upstanding and beneficial empire in the future.
Why do you care?
Well, we're all residents. We're all pieces of this empire, are we not? Just like everyone else. Of course.
I'm sorry, I do not trust you. Yes, I'm at the end, but the suffering has already happened. I'm already near the end of my life anyway. If you send me back.
Suffering, I can do something about. I can make sure that your remaining days are pain-free.
No, I mean here. You try. I do not trust you.
I understand. It's something that happens in this age of lies and deceit. I understand. Is there anything I can offer that might aid this decision in any way? Truth or revelation?
Do you believe that my actions may have led to this agreement anyway? Then return me to life with no restrictions, no deals. And you can.
It takes an immense amount of my power to bring someone back, someone as influential as you. I thought we could reach an accord. I thought we could find a path. I do think you would seek to make the agreement anyway, as the records do indicate you have such a deal struck with the steward of the empire. An incredible amount of money, in fact, coming to the House of Music.
Yes. But it would be paid back in the inventions that we created.
Of course, of course. But without you, how would such an agreement struck at this sigil look to outsiders?
You forget that Gerald is still there. He is the leader of the house, almost. Yes.
True.
I'm an old professor. I have taught many who are ready to take my place.
Of course, but in a sigil such as this, in which so many interesting things occurred, you would probably be one of the highest paid, most benefiting houses to come from this sigil, at least in perusing the records. Would that not look odd? Would it not look like the House of Music played some part in the activities that played out within this dome?
What would we benefit, though? To do it differently, we made the deal before any of this really came to light.
You value truth, you value education. Can you not see that the person you made this deal with may not be the most reputable person within this empire? May not lead to the brightest future?
And can you not see that this is difficult for me to believe that you would give me this chance while being so cryptic?
I'm doing my best. I could have done, well, unfortunately, the cataclysm was quite profound in which I found you. However, if not me, perhaps a glom may have came along and scooped up your soul instead. I merely sought to, like I said, make a deal with someone who is incredibly influential. I would not force you to go back, of course. Just giving you the opportunity is the most I can provide. And I'm, again, willing to give you any information you'd like, that I can provide, that I know, or perhaps ongoing education. I could work with music if you'd prefer.
You don't understand, do you? It's not your place anymore.
Oh,
It's a place of people, humanity, and of races. Of course, sort of racism.
many other races.
Yeah, okay. People kind.
Entities, I don't know what they would call them. I don't know.
Yeah. I know out of character this is very foolish sort of thought, but that is kind of like the ideology, I think.
I get it.
Yeah. If you say the Empire not flourish under the person we now know, because we did see Bisk, didn't we, at the end before? We saw
Yes.
because he accidentally let it slip.
Yes, but also as the thing would go off, like you would be aware that you saw Bisk in the mist, and he said Bisk's name in the mist too. He didn't say Iatudi.
Yeah. Which is what I knew when we telepathed him and called him the wrong name.
Right.
Yeah. I know now that Bisk is not to be trusted. However, I've also heard you call his name here.
Yes.
So why is it an issue? If he is gone, if he is dead, unless you plan to give him a deal as well. What?
Are you asking for the truth here, that I may give him a deal as well?
I'm asking, but I'm not entering a bargain for it at this point in time, yes.
I will offer him not this deal, a different deal, for sure.
And yet you wish me to align against him.
I do.
Is your game.
These threads must all be played out.
Then allow me to play out my threat. I do not believe that a deal is needed for that. As you say, it is likely that we would do what you need us to do anyway.
You would align yourself against Bisk no matter who turns up to be against him? Even if it's not Iatudi?
Bisk announced the slaughter of one of my companions. It gave no mercy and was ready to kill. And I might not be on the best of terms with the House of Sparks, potentially, but it was a cowardly move to try and kill a prisoner like that. He is not a good man.
It's funny that you're like, well, I wasn't really on the best of terms with them, but like they're the closest of all the party that could possibly be with music. Like the others are like straight bad.
Oh, I know, but
It's
we've
just
been,
funny.
you know,
Yeah.
we've been investigating them behind the scenes.
Oh, for sure.
Sort
Yeah.
of a joke thing, yeah.
He says, I see. As long as you're willing to align against Bisk in the coming events, I will return you to life with the stipulation that if you do not, I will bring you back myself.
I think those terms are fair, because I do not plan to align with him. Even if it means aligning with nobody, I'm not going to trust that man ever again.
So then you'd say the deal is struck.
Fine. Under those conditions, fine. Yes.
the second, as you say the second fine, a bunch of wind blows past you into the next scene, which, since so many things are happening all at once, we can't do, because as this entity walks forward, he also says to Richard, he says Richard's full name, and walks forward, but Ricky doesn't find himself in this mist and in this space. Ricky finds himself in a big tavern. There's a bunch of people laughing and joking and holding mugs of ale and beer and all sorts of alcohol and stuff. And Ricky is standing in the center of the room as all this commotion sort of starts or exists around him.
Okay.
Yeah, there's just a bunch of people laughing and hanging out and drinking and...
I got ripped off.
Did you?
Okay, well, if he's gonna go up and get himself a drink,
You're just gonna... There's a bunch lined up on the bar, but there's also a bartender. You just gonna grab one or talk to him?
Well, he's probably gonna walk up and pick one up and just toss it straight back. Put it down, pick up another one, toss it back, put it down.
As you move the cup towards Ricky's face, there's nothing in it. And then the next one, even though it looked like there was something in it, as it moves towards him, there's nothing in it. And the days now of, I guess, withdrawal are definitely weighing. You still feel all the withdrawal and everything here, surrounded by all of these drinks, all of these people laughing, not really looking at Ricky, just existing, all around him.
Okay, well, oh my God. What is with these freaking stupid glasses? Do they have a hole in the bottom? Looks like there's booze in it. Every time I try to drink it, there's nothing there.
People are raising their glasses to Ricky and then drinking them, laughing, but to each other, sort of like, ha ha ha, and clearly they are drinking for sure.
All right, well, he's gonna start getting belligerent. And probably a little handsy if he doesn't get some alcohol and explanations.
Okay. Are you gonna try and strike any of these people?
Well,
or steal something, or
why would he steal something?
Well, I mean, they all have drinks. If you want to drink, they're drinking no problem.
Well, it's not gonna do it. He's not like that.
Okay.
But he's going to, he's probably gonna continue to try and take drinks from the bar, and it's not the brightest crayon in the box, okay?
One after another, even to the point where you watch the bartender add a cask, filling one or a keg or whatever, filling cups, setting them down, big foam on top of them running down the sides. The ones that have been sitting there for a while, a little bit of sweat on the outside, but every single one you pick up.
Sweaty drinks? Nasty.
Well, I mean, not all of them. The ones that have been there a while. But each one, as it reaches, or even before it reaches Ricky's mouth, is empty, like full dry.
Yeah. Okay, bartender, what the hell's going on with this booze?
The bartender doesn't look up or recognize Ricky at all, but you do hear the voice that said Ricky's name call out and say, "Is this how you expected things to go?"
What? Where are you? Who are you talking to?
You turn and see this figure in sort of like the nice clothes, the suit, walking forward on black tiles towards you. And he says, "Did you expect to find yourself chained down to drink?"
Oh, what do you mean chained down? I drink because I like it.
Do you? What does it feel like when you
It
don't
feels
drink?
good.
When you
Well, that
don't
feels
drink.
like shit.
Mhm.
Obviously. That doesn't mean I'm chained to anything. It's like people
What-
who don't sleep feel like garbage.
Of course.
And when you sleep, you feel good, right? Are they chained to sleep?
I would say much of humanity is chained to sleep, yes. But, of course, it is a natural phenomenon.
Okay, and who are you then?
I am just a free wanderer, much like you could be, if you were not so drawn
Oh,
and forced
go,
to the alcohol.
please. What are you going to tell me that I need to find God next?
God, no. Or gods,
God, no.
or...
Yeah. Then what's your angle? What are you trying to accomplish?
I'm
Trying to sell
merely...
something.
merely here to offer you a life truly free instead of the one you have been living.
My life's pretty free. I do what I want. I go where I want.
As long as there's alcohol at the end of the day, that's
No.
all you need,
At
right?
the beginning, in the middle, at the end. It doesn't matter when.
Mm-hmm. And yet, what if you did not need alcohol?
Again,
And
I don't need it. That's not why I drink it. Because I need it. I drink it because I like it.
as you say, because I like it, he sort of like waves his hand, and Ricky not only doesn't feel the effects of that like pain, that withdrawal, the like body ache, he also doesn't feel the attachment or the urge or any addiction at all, if there was any. All of that stuff is compartmentalized, and Ricky is able to think and feel completely clearly without anything like that. And he says, would you not prefer a life spent free from even the requirements of alcohol? Would you not prefer to be able to go where you want and do what you want without the repercussions?
What repercussions? Again, you keep saying things like I can't do this already. I go where I want. I do what I want. Already, you're not. What are you trying to convince me of?
It, from the outside, it seems as though substances of several natures drive you in the times where you think you're free. You are searching. Mm-hmm.
You're awfully judgmental.
Well, let me offer you the deal. We'll cut to the quick, as you would prefer. Finally. I'm looking for something, and I would ask you to go look for it in exchange for your return to the world.
What do you mean return to the world? I haven't left the world. I'm in a bar in the world. What are you talking about?
When you say I haven't left, everything vanishes sort of downwards in like a blow of mist, and you're back in the mist, standing on the tiles. And he says, Ricky, you are in fact dead.
No shit. Is that why I can't drink? Well, that makes sense.
Yes. But I can offer you the opportunity to drink your fill again.
Uh-huh. Go on.
Like I said, I'm looking for something. if
What are
you're
you
willing.
looking for?
He doesn't
Hello?
seem happy that you keep interrupting. He says, unfortunately, I can't quite describe exactly what it is, but it is either a relic or a set of individuals. I'm not sure because I don't have it or them. But
Okay, so you're looking for something, but you don't know what you're looking for. You do realize that doesn't make any sense, right? How
I
can you
will
be looking for something if you don't know what it is?
I will give you the knowledge that you may need to find it if you'll agree to go look for me on my behalf.
But if
Adventures-
you're going to give me the knowledge, you already have it. So why don't you just go do it?
I am unable. It is beyond
Why?
my skill. It's just the way
Okay,
The
you
way
just
it
made an
works.
entire bar full of people poof.
Yes,
Yet
in this space
looking for
I can.
something that you already know
Yes.
about or have the skill to find.
Mhm.
I think you're just lazy.
So you
I
would
mean, I'm
not
just-
like
just
to
putting that out
return to
there.
life. Is that what you're saying?
Well, I mean, I currently I feel pretty good, because apparently I'm dead. So,
Yes. When I leave, you will feel nothing at all. You will cease to exist.
but I already have ceased to exist because I am dead.
I'm offering you an opportunity that many people do not receive.
Do you know what a snake oil salesman is?
Of course,
That's what you are.
I am not. I speak the truth. I offer the truth. It seems to be
You have
quite
not
an easy
offered
deal.
anything except vague things. I can't do this. I don't have the knowledge to find what I need. But I can give
That-
you or I don't have the ability. I have the knowledge. Then figure out a way to find it.
I can give you a way to recognize the signs. I can give you the information that I have, but I cannot perform the search myself. And I just request someone scour the land for me. If you're going to do what you want anyway, I would just ask that you keep an eye out in your adventures.
Okay, so what is this going to cost?
That's it. You look for it or them for me. I return you to life in order to do the looking.
Yeah, no, I don't. No, sorry. I don't buy that. Not for a second.
Okay. What can I offer that may convince you?
I don't know, be a bit more clear about what you want. Because right now you're just saying, well, I kind of want this.
No, I very much want this. And when he says like very much, like all of the tiles that are black like vibrate, and it seems like the whole space you're in is like agitated. And he says, I hesitate to give you the knowledge without an agreement. If that's what it requires, I will do so. However, it is not a deal in which you must constantly slave and seek and try to find. It's simply go where you want, look when you can, at your leisure, for me. That's it.
All right, so why do you want this? Thing, relic, artifact, whatever.
I'm unable to search. It's hidden from me.
No, that's not what I asked. I said, why do you want it?
It was taken from me, and now it's hidden, and
Okay, so
I would
you
like
don't
it
know
back.
if it's a relic. You don't know if it's a person. You don't know what it is, but it was taken from you.
Yes.
That makes no sense.
This.
If it belonged to you to begin with, then you know what it was.
I know what it was when it left my presence.
Okay, what
but
was it when it left your presence?
It was my brother.
So somebody stole your brother,
Yes.
and you want your brother back.
Yes. I very much do. And again, the like vibrations and like pulsation of very much whoom, whoom, whoom throughout this space.
Okay. All right. So I'm guessing that you like really love your brother, and you're like really upset that he was taken.
We have a complicated history, of course, as many brothers
That's
do.
a no.
However, it does not matter, I think, why I seek my brother, only that I'm willing to give you literally life itself in order to search for him for me.
I don't understand. If you can return me to existence,
Mm-hmm.
why you can't find your brother? That doesn't. I mean, taking a dead person and bringing them back to life. I mean, yeah, sure, necromancers do it all the time, but they're kind of like slimy and people.
Right.
It's not the same.
Correct.
So you're
This is not that.
well, clearly. So you can do something that is that impressive, but you can't find your own brother. I think you want your brother for nefarious reasons.
I don't know what our conversation will be when we meet again. However,
Maybe he doesn't want you to find him. Maybe that's why you haven't been able to find him all this time. 'Cause he
it's
doesn't want
possible.
you to.
Or someone or something is hiding him from me. I don't know.
Like who?
I
Who would be
don't
hiding your brother
know.
from you?
That's
You
the
don't have
problem.
any
I
idea.
can't seek him out.
But you have absolutely no idea of anybody who might be hiding your brother from you.
I do not. I need someone to search.
Oh my god. I don't. So you're gonna just make me alive again? That's it? That's all?
Yes. Well,
That's the entire deal?
you would have sort of knowledge of my past history in order to try and find him as well. But yes, you would also have a life without withdrawal, without the painful after effects of imbibing alcohol or other substances.
Mm. I don't know if this is worth it, to be honest with you.
Of course, these are tough decisions at the end.
I mean, I don't believe you can't find your brother.
Why would I lie? If I could find him, why wouldn't I?
Well, maybe if it's been, how long has it been since your brother was, as you say, taken from you?
Time is a little different for us. I would say several hundred years at least.
Maybe he's dead.
I think I would know, but it's possible.
Oh, so you'd know if he died, but you can't.
I don't know.
So you want me to roam the earth for the rest of my life? Looking
If-
for your brother.
Not only looking. Go
Okay, what
where
else
you
am I gonna be
want, adventure, do whatever
no,
you
that-
choose, but also search.
Okay, you know what I'm like? No. I am not going to be hauling my ass all over the earth looking for your brother. That's work. And going back and not suffering withdrawals and hangovers, really, it's not that great a deal.
He nods and he gets a little like sly kind of eyes or whatever. He says, work, of course. I will provide compensation so that you are able to travel anywhere you want, drink however much you want.
You already
while
said that you would do
search.
that.
No,
You already said
no.
I wouldn't suffer any side effects. Now
Not
you're just
suffer.
saying-
I will provide you monetary wealth as well. If you choose one day to sail around the entire continent, you can do it in the finest ship that exists. You can do it in the lap of luxury. You can bring anyone you want, drink, eat anything you want. I will provide as much money as you require. Or, well, he says as much sphere as you require.
It's still work. It's just work on the move.
I think this is an opportunity that many people would greatly desire. Money, adventure. Doesn't have to be
I
work
find enough
unless you make it
adventure
work.
at the bottom of a bottle when I'm.
Without this deal, you will never find that adventure again.
But I don't miss it because I'm dead. Right now, I feel great. If I feel anything when you're dead, I mean, I was kind of hoping to have that alcohol, but apparently you fixed that. So, I mean, I'm not I'm not craving booze.
He he snaps and it like slams your withdrawal back into you.
Oh,
all at
okay, I
once.
see how it is. You don't get your own way, so now you're going to be a petty bitch.
No, you said you don't experience it. This is what your body, if it existed, would be experiencing.
Yes,
I can
but
provide
I'm
you life that feels like this. And he snaps again and it like goes away.
You know what? I get it.
Mm-hmm.
You're really, really itching for your brother.
Mm-hmm.
I think maybe, I don't think so. He was taken away. I think he left. Maybe because you didn't get your way and you did that to me. God knows what you've done to your brother. I'm going to stay dead. You have a good life or whatever it is you're living, but I'm not taking your deal. Pass. Adios.
You would cease to exist. No one remember you. No one even think about you again.
I'm dead. People are going to remember me, the people who matter, unless you're going to like snap your fingers again and do something else because you can't get your own way. I think you've just been here too long by yourself and no, I'm good.
I do think you would know that he's not just here.
Well, clearly.
Yeah.
I'm good. Apparently I blew up.
Is there anything you would like as counter offer, counter argument, anything you would like that would entice you to search on my behalf?
No, because what you're offering me is not worth the effort.
Simply the effort to exist in luxury?
What do I care about luxury for? Have you not seen where I live? It's a freaking rickety old wagon.
But it doesn't have to be. You spent your life.
For me. I'm not gonna. Yeah, exactly. And my life has been fine.
You spent it stealing in the mud, waking up underneath tables, struggling for your next drink.
You save your spiel, Mr. Salesman. I'm going to stay dead because obviously you're trying to tell me that my life hasn't been worth it because I've lived in the mud, stealing and nah.
Fine.
You know what? It was my life and I lived it. So I'm staying dead. And Ricky just turns around and walks away into the mist or whatever the hell's there, or just.
Okay, you can't walk away. The first step you take away, Ricky's soul shreds out of existence in like a huge screaming wind. It's like, and he's just like ripped apart and gone,
Okay,
and doesn't exist anymore.
that's fine.
All
So
right.
apparently his soul was not his own, but he took it in a fit of pique.
No, your soul was your own, but it was already leaving. It was just an offer to
But your
like.
soul's not
back.
destroyed when you die. Well, it just goes somewhere else. But apparently you had to destroy Ricky's soul. You monster!
Yeah, sure. If that's what you think, sure. You didn't get any of the info that could have provided context, but that's cool. Cool. So, with one deal struck, one deal passed upon. Next time we will offer deals to the other people involved. Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna struggle with the Grand Marshal. He's already at retirement.
I think the Grand Marshal will be the easiest one.
Okay. Just here, have a shit ton of souls. Look at this one called Ricky.
No, I mean because the Grand Marshal's already doing the job, why wouldn't he be like, "Oh, I understand this process." You know what I mean? Like, give me life for something. It's the same as here's a soul for whatever.
I don't know.
Whoa,
I try to throw you
whoa, 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 whoa,
curveball.
whoa, whoa.
Mhm.
Ricky's soul's not up for sale. It's been destroyed. It doesn't exist anymore, correct?
Correct. Yeah.
Okay, good.
But if
What?
In the recycling bin.
but if you hadn't been offered the deal, it wouldn't exist anyway.
Yeah, so, I mean, moot point.
It would have had to require some other intervention from someone else, like the Grand Marshal, in order to sweep it up. And because you blew up the arena, nobody could have made that intervention except
I
for
didn't
this.
blow up the arena.
Sure, the royal you, all of you.
Oh, okay, I was going to say.
I was content
Cool.
hiding behind my boxes.
Hey,
Yeah.
I tried to kill the guy by dropping on his head feet first.
Yup.
But apparently, he was still able to reach out. And
Yes.
I
And
still
fireball
don't-
you. Correct. Well, everyone here
No,
is.
reach out and touch the thing, I mean.
Oh, well, yeah. He was right next to it, so you knock him down. He's able to reach over and then fireball you and then resist while touching it. But everyone here is.
resisting.
Okay, I was going to say everyone here was hero sort of class, the same as y'all, but technically there are some people who aren't. And I really thought you guys were gonna kill one at one point, but then you didn't. So I was like, oh, okay, we're cool with that. Okay, cool.
Kill one.
One of the people who's not a hero, who's not like even capable of fighting you.
I'm sorry,
But-
I have no clue what you're talking about.
That's
I'm
cool.
trying not to be a murder hobo, you know. Done enough of
Right,
that in my
right.
campaigns.
Right. And that's cool. Whatever you want to do, whatever your characters choose to do is cool.
Is it though?
Yeah.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
This entity doesn't need you at all.
So that was all just a ruse. Ah, good. Ricky made the right choice then. Screw that guy.
Oh no, you
Entity.
Well,
he
your
doesn't
deal
need us, then
your deal would have been probably more detrimental than other people's deals in the long run, but whatever.
Ricky's a drunk, but he's not stupid.
He chose non-life instead of
That's not dumb.
travel
That's his
and
choice.
riches and all this stuff, like complete freedom. Come on.
He had oh my god. Why does everybody think he didn't have complete freedom? He,
Well-
I said, he could have gone wherever he wanted, done whatever he wanted.
It's not true that poor people can go wherever they want and do whatever they want. So
Okay. Ouch. Call me out.
unless I mean that's just the
Oh.
way all
Oh.
worlds work. I can't
Oh
do it
my
either, right? So
That was
Stay
a
in your
low blow.
socio-economic lane.
even in this world where it's based on the fact that all people have value no matter what, there are still kings, there are still merchant groups, there are still people who make way more money and have big houses and all that stuff. So
but you know what? Ricky was happy with his life.
Grand marshals.
So, grand marshals.
grand marshals, of course. Religious figures stealing souls. Yeah.
Yeah. No, Ricky was happy with his life.
And now he's nothing.
Hey, you know what?
Brutal.
Doesn't matter. He still existed.
Yeah. Cool. Next time we'll do
Bubbles
the
will
other
remember
two.
him.
Yeah. We'll have to bring Bubbles to the party.
Oh, God.
It's too bad.
Bubbles will kill someone. No.
Maybe. We'll see, I guess. Next
He's just
time.
He's going to annoy the hell out. You think
Oh dear.
Ricky was bad? God, Bubbles with that entity. Excuse me.
You're good. I'm trying to look and see where we go. It's hot.
You have air
Thanks.
conditioning, don't you?
Yeah, but I gotta turn it back on.
Why would you turn it off?
It's loud.
Noise.
Duh. The same reason
Is it
Fair
not
turns his
central
off.
air?
Oh, I have that too, but this room gets hotter because I have the door shut and the computer's running. So this room only has its own little portable sort of AC thing, and it's just off right now.
It's 1 a.m. in here and it's just hot because of the PCs right now.
Yup. Well, turn everything off. Thanks for playing. I'll see you next time, probably in 2 weeks if everyone's free then, and I will recap again to tell everyone what happened, and then we will.
You don't tell me what happened. I mean,
right. Well, I'll tell you what happened so that you remember what other people are feeling. Yeah.
I will forget. I love that ADHD brain.
So, enjoy your Minecraft and your sleep, and I'll see you later.
All right.
Yep.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Oh, I can't hit the thing. And I gotta pee. I'm going to send us elsewhere. Thanks for chilling. Fornicade. Ashley, though. I'll see you later. All of the players who were also watching. We'll go look at Conan. There's a server that's up. I gotta pee. I don't even have chat open on this computer. That's crazy. Oh, whoops. Outro.
Have hearts. Have hearts.